start this with a confession this morning, and it really, what happened this morning really demonstrates what the church has been like for me for my whole life, where I mess up, but I'm forgiven, and I mess up a lot. And as Terry said, when you marry somebody, they kind of know that's what you are, and that's what it's going to be. And this morning, I set my notes next to my coffee, and off I went. And I was still sitting at home. And I come out, and Bill just knows the look. Like, yeah. And the thing is that Bill, like so many people in my life, have demonstrated forgiveness and love and faithfulness that I didn't get a look like, oh my gosh, again, the high rolling or anything like that. It was just, it's just, okay, no big deal, okay, no problem. And that is what I have experienced in all the various churches and faith communities that I've been part of for my whole life. And why I thought of that this morning and when I was thinking about this last week is realizing who's watching, who's listening, and paying attention to what you do every day. And I think back on my parents, Paul and Suzanne Turner, Bill's folks, Jean and B. Cook, my grandparents, my brothers, my sister-in-laws, just their faithfulness every day. I think of Margaret Casebold. She was my kindergarten Sunday school teacher. Carl Ledet was my Sunday school teacher when I was like, that 5th grade, 6th grade, the goofiness. He was there week after week. Diana Love, she was my Sunday school teacher in junior high and high school. Again, many times it was just Diana and I, week after week. Carl Baird. Carl was our Sunday school teacher as adults, young adults. And he had to put up with our silliness so often. Rosalie and Tom Brunis, the time that we spent with them. Diana Suellen was my co-teacher in Sunday school classes. Judy Church attended many of her classes. James Cotton. These are all people that have played important roles in my life. And kind of, I had to show Bill after Terry's sermon today, my word that I just have here underneath their names of faithfulness, because that's what they were. They weren't just there for always just the bad times or the celebrations. They were there Sunday after Sunday, week after week, good times, bad times, boring times, but you knew that they were faithful to their lives, to their church, to their families, to their God, their being. And they demonstrate that in all that they do. These folks demonstrated their love for their neighbors, for the church, and many times, for me, whether I deserved it or not. And that's what, to me, demonstrates God's love, are the people that can show that kind of grace week after week and day after day. So I've learned to be a Christian from all these people at different stages of my life. They've demonstrated how to give, how to share, how to be a Christian. They didn't have to tell me what a great Christian that they were, nor did they have to draw a line in the sand and tell me I had to behave in a certain way, I had to say certain things, or not say certain things, that I didn't have to dress a certain way. None of them. There was no ground rules that this is what you have to be Christian. They were living it. And they didn't have to say anything. I just had to watch, and I had to learn. So these individuals, and many more than I can name, demonstrated their love for others, their love for the church by living a life of faith, integrity, gentle caring, spiritual intensity, and an unwillingness to give up on anyone. And means a great deal to me. This is the church that I admire, the church that I want to be a part of. Part of is made up of individuals that love unconditionally. And when you have the opportunity to grow in faith with people like this, you want to give of your time and of your talents and of your monetary gifts. You give not because you have to, because you want to and you love doing it. So I encourage you to remember that children, teenagers, other adults, even your spouse, can pay attention to what you do and what you say, but I believe they pay more to what you are doing. So please give generously and with joy